Hello folks! Sunday Christmas message from the Cathars. Christmas is a special time when we believe in miracles. And today I would like to tell you a Cathar fairy tale about the lady with the golden hair. Actually, the mysticism of the golden hair, we have such a constellation, the hair of Berenice, is very interesting. Divine Mother, she possesses the golden hair. In the description of many visionaries, she had long golden hair, shining more than sun. And she is the woman dressed in the sun, which is described in Apocalypse. So, let us start the fairy tale. Once upon a time there lived a king, and he was an old malicious king. And he had a servant with whom he was angry, and he wanted to kill him. And suddenly came two pigeons and brought 3 golden hairs. Pigeon or dove is a symbol of all good spirit, and this dove apostolates about the possessor of golden hair, about the Divine Mother. So the king, when he saw these 3 hairs, he said, "I'd like to marry the princess who has this fine hair." And he said he would pardon his servant if he bring him the lady. So the servant set off to search for her, and he didn't know where, and it was long time before he found the place where she lived. And on the way he saved life to many animals, to ants, to a fish, to birds, and so on. So on our way of searching the divinity, we need to serve to other living beings. The servant finally came to the seashore, where he saw a fisher king. Fisher king, this is a symbol of the Grail. He is the King Amfortas. And the king, fisher king, he was the father of this very princess with the golden hair. And he said that he would give the hand of his daughter if the servant fulfills 3 tasks, which he sets to him. And each task was to be fulfilled during a day. 1 day is like 1 life. So if we desire to find our spiritual path, to find Divine Mother, to enter in divine matrimony, we need to fulfill it now, not postpone it to some future, some distant future, but to act now. The first task was such. His daughter, once when she was going for a walk upon a meadow, dropped her string of fine pearls, and all the pearls were scattered all over this great meadow. And he should find all them. Pearl is a sign of a virtue. You know, like in the Bible, it is even reflected. Christ said, "Who finds a pearl in a field, he will sell all his possession to obtain this pearl." A pearl is an entrance to the heavenly kingdom. So, but not just 1 pearl, but many pearls, many virtues. And these pearls, they were concealed in the long grass. Long grass are all these delusions of this world, which forbids us to accumulate these virtues. So the fine man, he was looking very long in the grass. It was impossible to find these pearls. And in the last moment, the ants, saved formerly by him, came and helped him. An ant actually is a symbol of diligence, of love for work, of efforts. A little ant can do a lot of good things. So to obtain virtues, we need to be like ants, laborious and diligent. So he brought these pearls. The king was glad and set him the next task, that his daughter, princess with the golden hair, once when she was bathing in the sea, dropped her golden ring. And he was to find this golden ring on the bottom of the sea. It was very difficult to find in the sea a ring, just impossible. And so he tried, but he could not. Finally, the fish whom he saved before came and helped him and brought him this golden ring. Actually, a golden ring is the sign of matrimony, of theogamy, of matrimony with the divinity. And to enter into this theogamy, we need to pass consecration in the sea sphere. Sea sphere also is the sign of bosom of Divine Mother and of ablution, of purification. The third task was to find the water of the death and the water of the life and bring it to king. And he was searching a lot of time for that, and it was just impossible. Finally, the birds whom he saved before held him and brought him this water. And when he was coming back with this water, he saw a cobweb where a spider was already eating a fly. According to the mysticism of Cathars, the spider net means false teachings who deceive people. They say, for example, that a person is a slave of God, is a dust, is nothing, and will die, and is insignificant, and so they forbid life. Like a spider eats a fly. A fly, this is like a poor soul who enters into this net and finally is eaten by a spider. So our hero, he wanted to test the action of the water, and he sparkled a little bit of the water of the death over the spider, and he died. And then he sparkled a little bit of the water of life over the fly, and the fly got lived. So the water of death means like exorcism or unmasking the evil. When the evil is a lie, a falsehood, it deceives. But when the lie and the evil are brought to light, they are unmasked and they lose their power, they just die. And the water of life is the revelation of Divine Mother, which awakens people from the sleep and bears them life. This is a living water, actually. So he brings this water to the king, and the king says, okay, I will give the hand of my daughter for your master, but first you shall recognize her among my other daughters. There were 12 of them. And they had some sort of headdress upon their heads, so he could not define which was, and they were very similar, very like. And the fly, this saved soul, helped him to find who was the real Divine Mother. We also can interpret this episode like there are many mimicry to the Divine Mother, because there are a lot of cosmic images or some cosmic even apparitions who claim to be Divine Mother, but they don't possess her golden hair. They don't possess her quality of purity and mercy. So he recognizes the fine princess with the golden hair, and when he sees her with her hairdress off, he gets enamored into her, but he shall bring her to the king. In this world, it happens very often that we don't serve for the true purpose of our life, or we don't serve to the divinity, although if we would like it, but we serve for something which is not actually very noble, like the servant he served for the evil king. So he brought the golden-haired princess to the king, and king said, because you brought me such a beautiful lady to marry, I will not throw your body to the dogs, I will only decapitate you. And so he killed him. We see here also it usually occurs with the visionaries who see Divine Mother. They start to bring her message to some people who possess power, or church authorities, and usually they are persecuted by them. We know the history of Bernadette, of Lourdes, or history of Fatima revelations or Garabandal revelations, all the visionary were very strongly persecuted. And for example, in Esquioga, in Great Spanish Revelation, where there were 200 of visionaries, many of them were put to prison and even to the madhouse. So such is the treatment which the messengers of Divine Mother receive in this world. And this fairy tale reflects it, unfortunately. But Divine Mother never leaves alone her true knights. She always intercedes for them. So this fine golden hair lady, she took the body, she joined the head and the body, and she sprinkled it with the dead water, and they joined together. And afterwards, she put the water of the life over him, and he resurrected. And it's beautiful. What did he say? I will read to you exactly. He said, "Oh me, how well I have slept." So without Divine Mother, we just sleep. And Divine Mother replied him, "Without me, you would have slept through eternity." Divine Mother, the golden-haired princess, resurrected the prince, I wanted to say, the servant, and he became very beautiful and young, because this is a symbol of this death and then resurrection, the symbol of a new birth, which we need to receive from the Divine Mother. And today, in this Christmas evening, I'd like to desire to all of you and me also to be born from above like God infants, because in the spirituality of Catharism, it is said that Christ is being born, not just a historical Christ who was born some 2000 years ago, but he is born in our hearts. We need to become God infants upon the arms of Divine Mother. Let the image of Divine Mother shine in your hearts and lit a candle of divine love Mimea, and that you start immediately to search her and to be admitted to her chambers of theomatry.